What's up, Knights of Vex? We are in the championship round for the first week of the new season. Not the easiest thing to do. There's no data, all figuring it out together, but going 3-0 for the first week is one of the hardest things to do for the rest of the season. Once the data comes in, it should be a little bit more mellow so we can figure out what works and what doesn't. But let's take a look at how my opponent's doing and where we are at in Kyber 1 skill rating. 39-14. That puts us at 69. Weehoo. That's where we're at. And looks like we got Zerath up there. We got Poke the Pickle. Has beaten me 3 times. Another Goth Mommy. My teammate. A lot of really good players. So we are in a very tough spot. There's Fatal and TJ. Hopefully I can win. Not going to be easy. And if I do win, next week's going to be absolutely hell. But hopefully top 50. We're going to see. My opponent for today is Dornier from 101st Beskar Battalion. Very good guild. And a good legacy score. Looks like they're practicing the Bane counter in Squad Arena. Very good. It's an awesome counter. Let's take a look at the Relic 10 department because we all know everyone's going to have everything. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. They do have more than me, but it's nothing over the top frightening. Yeah, the other day I faced a 28 Relic 10 roster, so they do have Reva. That is pretty interesting. Obviously, everything up here are all the good ones, all the recommended ones. Datacrons, more than enough to work with for the 5v5 season. Has everything maxed out for the focus Datacrons, so this is looking pretty good. A pretty good matchup. Let's see the map. So, looks like they're attacking now or they're waiting on ships. So, let's see how the defense performed. I changed up my defense, by the way, just to include. I put Stranger back on defense. I want to make my life a little bit harder. So, I'm not going to have many counters on offense to deal with Pirate King Hondo. But I did get a hold with my Stranger team, put a 25% Terminator Cron with defense. Ahsoka Ezra, I put my Maul Hatefield Cron, the focused one, to try to see if that could do anything. The Bane Cron and Pirate King Hondo double tank, one shot. Up top, let's take a look. Leia, getting a hold on defense. Love it. So, I'm not sure if they used Inquisitors or what, but that got me a hold. So, that's 2 holds so far. And woohoo, look at this, guys. This was my little sneak attack card. I put the Yoda and Chewie Cron on my Lord Vader team, giving a bunch of health, crit avoid, and defense. 3 holds. I will take it. Love it. And then over here, or 3 attempts. I know some people get triggered when I say 3 holds. 3 attempts on my Lord Vader. And then my Rey team getting 2 attempts. So 1 hold. I will take it. I got a little bit of wiggle room today, but I don't have a lot to play with because we know what offense is like. And they haven't attacked ships yet, which totally get it. What I have to deal with? We have to deal with Queen Amidala. With, I'm not sure the Datacron yet, but there is Yoda. I am not using Bane. More than likely going to stick to Bad Batch. Unless they're trying to bait me to use Bad Batch, I don't know for sure. We have Gungans with the Stormtrooper Luke Cron. Probably going to use Traya. We have Saw Gerrera with the Chirrut Cron. Going to stick to Inquisitors. And then we have Grand Inquisitor Reva, Inquisitor Barriss with the 8th Brother Cron. I haven't seen that yet. Been wanting to see that in the wild. We're going to have to see how that performs. Up top, Pirate King Hondo. There it is. That's going to be the toughest team for me to get through by far. Ufus, second time I'm seeing them on defense. Master Mace Windu. And then this is Lord Vader clones. Most likely a defense with 25% Terminator. So here's the deal. We're going to tackle this bottom wall first. The most important thing that I do is I do not waste counters that are going to be needed for the back. So there's Ahsoka Ezra, there's a Rey, there's potential other options and scary stuff. Got to be conservative with my Galactic Legends and the very strong counters. So, for example, like this Queen Amidala team, cannot afford to overkill it. I'm going to try to get Bad Batch to work. There's no guarantees, and maybe that might even be a mistake, because if there's a Stranger Maul team in the back, then Bad Batch is a less of an option for me. So, I'm going to have to play this out. I do want to go kind of fast because I want to be able to live stream my other account, but I'm running out of time. So, let's get this round started and hopefully another win. First matchup. Got to figure out what this 8th Brother Cron's going to look like, and I'm bringing in a little bit of a weird team, and I'll explain why later, but High Relic team, dangerous. They have the Terminator, which I don't think is the best level 3 for them, but still dangerous. 40 Inquisitor Cron 6, and the 8th Brother 9. This one is sleeper broken. If they get kills on me, and he gets that bonus turn, they're getting wiped out of existence, like Thanos snapped. So I gotta be careful. And this damage stats are incredible, so they have armor pen, crit damage, offense, and health. I'm gonna go with Ufus, and I don't have Cal on offense, and And I kind of want to save Inquisitor Barris. And maybe Zuckuss could provide helpful here. As long as I don't use his cleanse. But having a secondary tank could be helpful to protect Malicos and Maul. So that's what I'm going to attempt. Might not be the best banners, but I think in a situation like today, it's not essential unless I start dropping like crazy. Going dark side buffs on a basic. The extra damage is nice. Protection, armor pen, extra health, which is not the best because that's going to increase the death mark damage, but I don't have anything better than this. With offense and 92% defense to try to mitigate some of that heavy damage to come towards my way. So, hopefully this is a one-shot. That's the goal. Let's see how the 8th Brother Kron performs. Having that pre-taunting tank is just the most clutch thing in the world. But they're going to be very fast, obviously. Good thing he takes less damage from Torture. She did not use her... Or does that siphon critical damage? I forget. We're going to see what happens. Let's see how much damage 8th Brother does. I'm kind of worried. Alright, that's a sucky ability. Okay, I cannot do that. This does not cleanse, but it does a weird assist, which is fine. Alright, calm down. Gotta get rid of Grand Inquisitor, but also want to get rid of 8th Brother. I'm gonna go right for him, and it might not be enough. Or, I massacre the entire team, and I feel a lot better. Weehoo! Thank you for making my life a lot less stressful. Malicos, you are the freaking GOAT of Galaxy of Heroes. Did you see them just get absolutely one-shot? I don't know if it's because of the buffs and the basic with that armor pen, but they went freaking Kahoot, man. Can I somehow get some banners back? Probably not. Hey, in the grand scheme of things, a 2-banner loss is not the end of the world, so that worked out very nice. I think having Crew in there is almost essential to get this team to work, because having him as a pre-taunting tank to tank the torture and all that crazy shenanigans from all the assist, very, very nice. But Malicos one-shotting the entire enemy team will be the highlight for that battle. I freaking love the raining of the rocks. Next up, sticking to what works. Don't feel like playing around today. I don't think I'll need Inquisitors for anything else at the moment. Saw Gerrera, Chirrut, we know the deal. It's dangerous, but I like the value here. They have the stacking health and protection on evades. They have the Riposte 6 for Rebels and the Chirrut 9 with defense, lots of health, protection, and offense. The positive is if they get Death Mark, they're taking massive amounts of damage because of it. But I'm going to go with Grand Inquisitor Crom, Wordy Inquisition 6, and the buffs on a basic 9 with high armor pen, defense, offense, and some potency. Should be a cakewalk. Let's see if the extra health in the beginning helps them. It shouldn't. Okay, perfect. That gives us the damage immunity and a bunch of resets. He was ability blocked. I want to torture Baze. Hopefully a kill. Perfect. I'm going to do another round of ability blocks. Very cool. I want to get rid of you, because I didn't want him to go under stealth, but that's going to be a kill anyway. Yeah, it's absolutely free low. Yeah, I am telling you, I love this counter. It makes the Saw team so much less stressful to deal with, and it just, I don't have to worry about it. If I had to think of something else to use, I'd probably want to use maybe Bane, and even that's a little sketchy if things go wrong and they target Bane and Chirrut hits a little too hard. So that's a good banner win. Hopefully I don't regret that later, but so far so good. Next up is Gungans, and I'm going back to my old roots by using Traya lead instead of the Nihilus lead. I felt way more comfortable with Traya, but I think I'll be fine regardless, even if I did Nihilus lead. It's the Stormtrooper Luke focused Datacron, so they're getting armor pen, defense, and offense. I still think I'm going to be fine. Going with the focused Datacron for Nihilus. The Traya 6 is nice here. It's not perfect because even if I get killed by the attackers, we're not reviving. And the stats are pretty nice here. The health and the crit avoid are perfect. Sometimes that extra health can be scary because of the death mark, dealing more damage, but I should be fine. Let's see if Gungans surprise me. Got a cooldown increase on the Bombardier. Okay, this is perfect. This doesn't really happen too often, too quickly, so I'm kind of scarred with Gungans ever since battling Egnards with the Relic 10, so I just can't comfortably go into this battle and think everything's going to be all mine and fighty, or all fine and mighty, because They're just dangerous. Uh-oh, double basic? Uh-oh. I think I survived the scary part. Unless Boomadeer comes in here with a big crit and then makes me eat my words. Cooldown increase is great here. Staying alive, staying alive. It hits twice, so I'll take it. That's an AoE. Perfect. Alright, that's Banner's back. I kind of want to get you to lower your offense. There we go. And I'll go for the insta-kill on Jar Jar. Alright, this should be a walk in the park now. I want to ability block you. Perfect. Alright, now let's focus on getting some Banners back, because now that I'm feeling a lot more comfortable, because we're not going to lose this, but I want to make sure these Banners are still in our favor, so I need you to hit not an AoE. That's what we don't want. We want you to... you got to cleanse, my man. Just not hitting the right person. There we go. That's more like it. We're hitting a little too hard, though. There we go. Keep doing that. Perfect. I don't think you're going to have another AoE, and if you do, I'm going to try to increase your cooldowns, which I can't. What's ability block? I think one more hit. I think that should do it. That's got to be it, unless they count that as a 64. There we go. Perfect way to stall the battle. Give us our Banners back. Don't think Traya was needed for anything else unless I potentially wanted to try to combine Sith Eternal kind of thing with Traya and the Triumvirate for a Bane counter if it's in the back. If there is a Bane in the back, I have Kylo at my disposal just in case. Don't know if he is back there. More than likely not. I think my opponent used them on offense, but I'm just predicting there's going to be some form of Ezra back there. So is it Rey Ezra or is it Ahsoka Ezra? That's the biggest question. But before we get there, we have one more team to tackle. Let's go for a 65. Will this cause me problems? I have messed this counter up in the past a bunch by targeting the wrong units in the beginning. Apparently, you just go all in on the decoy, get your target practice up, and then try to one-shot Padawan Obi-Wan once the decoy is down. Let's see how I can do against the dangerous Kron like this. Obviously, very high relic team because for the raid. They have the buffs on a basic, already dangerous. High armor pen, defense, crit damage, and offense. So, pure damage with some defense. It's scary. Bad Batch, will you allow me to get through this front wall in peace? Let's see. Max out the protection 3. The extra tanky stats are nice. Wordy Bad Batch 6, Crosshair 9, armor pen, crit damage, crit chance, tenacity, and potency. The stats are okay. I wish I had better stats on this team, but I simply don't. So, let's see if I can tunnel vision and lock in this counter. Will you go down on the opening play? That's good. I think you just go all in on the decoy. I don't really have a choice to begin with. Target myself. Now, here's the question. This gives me turn meter. If they already had stealth, they instead gain 10% turn meter and an additional 5% turn meter per relic amplifier level on Omega. She is relic 7. That's a good amount of turn meter, but is it worth it? I think that was the right play. One shot? No. Okay, let's see what happens. Cooldown increase. Did I make mistakes? Kill Padawan Obi-Wan? They're a great team. I'm happy I did the retribution move. I think I'm safe. Yeah, let's get rid of you. Big assist. How can you not love Bad Batch? I really underestimated this team so much. This is so nice. Unless my opponent's baiting me to try to use them, I think I made a good decision. Do not steal banners. Oh, you don't have a heal up? That stinks. That's an AoE. Full freaking banners, man. They are phenomenal. I think I just played the matchup completely wrong at times. Yeah, I had to get better at it. I took advice from the community. I practiced it myself. They are great. I hope I can keep that consistent once the Datacron goes away. I don't know for sure. But that's a pretty successful front wall. Let's see what's hiding. That's a 508. It's not the worst thing. So we have Ahsoka Rey. Totally fine. And Kylo. Interesting. Interesting. Also, wait. Rey with Wookiees. What? That's the synergy I never thought existed. I didn't see Rey at the Battle of Kashyyyk, or Kashyyyk. I can't believe I said Kashyyyk. Kashyyyk. Wow. Well, here we are. Can this shut down Queen Amidala? And this team is also interesting. We have Kylo with a 25% turn meter cron. I think I just go with Kenobi, right? I think Kenobi will just walk over that. But do I need Kenobi for... Oh, wait. I need Kenobi for up here. So, okay, things are interesting. Not full walk in the park, so we have to think a little bit. But I think my odds are looking okay. The biggest challenge is going to be Pirate King Hondo, so I might as well go for him next. But successful front wall. Didn't waste anything I thought was needed. Let's keep it going. You know what? I thought of something. I want to go back to my old roots and use the counter that even got me in the top 50 to begin with. Great Mothers against Ahsoka Ezra. If I can get this to work, then I have a clear answer for Rey. So this could be potentially dangerous, but at the same time, if things go my way and consistently, like it always has from the previous not having a 25% turn meter cron, I'm not that worried. It is a Relic 10 Ezra. That is the scary part. But it's not a 25% turn meter cron. It's a Health and Protection Recovery 3 with high defense, armor pen, and protection. Spirit ignores defense. So that's why I'm doing this. Going with a traditional Night Sister squad. Wampa Focus Datacron. This is high damage. Should guarantee if Spirit gets to the crit that he's going to go bye-bye. I don't think he's modded for crit avoid. And I do outspeed. Yeah, he's got speed. It's at 362. So my Great Mothers should be able to do it. That's at 375. And Morgan, I think, is 372. So I am going to outspeed. So let's do it. I haven't run this in so long. I'm going to take it slow. It's usually always this. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. He got the blind. This is the whole thing right here. This is what I remember. So, dum-da-da-dum, Relic 10 Ezra, and... Game, set, freaking match. You cannot... This is not... No shame to my opponent. This is a message to anyone that's setting Ahsoka with Ezra. Do not be complacent and forget about this counter, because it opens up the door when you cannot outspeed. That's why having a very fast Ezra is key. You put the Wampa Focus Datacron on the team, it guarantees absolute massive one-shots. The defense does diddly squat against Spirit. That's a Relic 10 Ezra with a high defense cron getting walked over by a marquee team. So, guys, this team is insane. Changes the whole plan for me going forward, and I feel a lot more comfortable. That's another 65 banner win against one of the toughest teams in Grand Arena right now. Okay, you guys are going to call me crazy, right? You guys are going to call me crazy? I'm going to try something different against this team to try to make it a little bit easier later on in the battle. Pirate King Hondo, Vane, OG Hondo, SM33. So dangerous. Turn meter 6, Vane 9. High defense, armor pen, crit damage, and lots of health. Very good for Vane. I'm going with Watt and Cal Kestis, and I'll explain why. Watt will put the weapon tech on Cat to get the one-shot on Vane. Perfect. Cal is in here for his insta-kill. With this level 6, it's going to prevent revives. If I can gun down OG Hondo and not have to worry about him later on in the battle, I'm going to feel a lot better. And I have cleansing. I can get to my form faster with Cal with his level 9. And I'm getting good buffs on the basic. This has good health, crit damage, and armor pen. The scary part about this is I'm not going with a light side max health or protection cron. They make them tankier. But hopefully this is worth it. If I lose Watt, no big deal. If I lose Cal, well then I'm in some serious trouble. Okay. That's he's gone immediately. Cal is, like, literally seen better days. So this might be a whole waste. Complete waste. I don't know if you consider that bad RNG, but... yeah, that was bad. That was a complete waste, so... the cook was not cooking. Oh, yeah, this is, absolutely not... okay. No bueno. Maybe I should have went with Cal without his level 9. I think you guys understand the theory craft, but it's not going to work out for me today. Is Kenobi just dead? Let's see what happens. Oh, cool. At least we got to our ult. Like it even matters. Let's see, you gonna put someone on lockdown? Nope. Alright, we got 2 kills. We got 2. We're not gonna win this one, but it's not the end of the world. I'm okay with this. No one's coming back. That's also nice. So maybe these extra buffs are nice. They were nice. You're gonna put under captive. No one. Oh man, screwed. Let's see what happens. It's definitely not gonna one-shot. Oh yeah. So that's fine. Very cleaned up. I can clean it up very easily, but the theory craft was in thought, but it didn't execute the way I wanted at all. So, unfortunately, our first drop for the Grand Arena, it will not mean the end. The major problem is gone. So, I think that I tried my best with trying to deal with OG Hondo, because I knew at one point he was going to be insane to deal with. So, maybe I was overzealous with trying to... thinking Cal could survive. Don't know if you consider that bad RNG or not. I mean, they gunned down the 2 targets I wanted. Well, Watt is fine, but I did not want them to get rid of Cal, but unfortunately it happened, so not the end of the world. Gonna move on for now. Want to make sure I could deal with other counters first before I start throwing in teams I don't know I want to use yet against Power King Hondo, so gonna go to Lord Vader. If this doesn't work, I also have backup options. It is a Relic 10, 25% turn meter with defense, health, offense, and armor pen. Not too worried about these stats too much. Not over the top. Obviously, the extra damage is scary, but Katan. Max health and protection 3 for extra tanky stats. Armor pen, protection, crit damage, and potency. The potency might be nice with IG-12, but as long as the turn order comes out correct with this, I should be okay. The defense does not stop true damage from BAM. So we got to keep a big eye on this. They have obviously the turn meter gains. That's probably best case scenario for me. No stun. I think this is working. Obviously, I wish BAM and first. So this is what I'm going to do. We're going to go here. Go all out and disguised. Is that enough? It is. Oh, this should be cake. That's why, if you have the modding correct with this team, it's a walk in the park. Don't want to give her Order 66, so we're going to chill for a sec. But that's practically, I feel like, a GG. But the extra tanky stats are everything. This lowers cooldowns. I almost forget about that every time. Let's put this on you because you have the Order 66. Again, do not want to deal with that. Unfortunately, ability blocked. I will do it. You know what? We're going to go a little bit more aggressive. Order 66 on her is not the end. Do not want it on OG though. Let's see. Very, very close. It's okay. He's gone here. Game set. Simple. We gotta get you back up and running, though. Doing it for the banner recovery. Stalling it out. The more I stall, the better banners I'll get. That's an out of attack a turn. Or attacking out of turn. We're doing hot. That's why the potency can be nice. Don't need to do that. Okay. I think I'm at full banners. I could just kill Scorch. I love this counter. It really opens up the doors for some other stuff. Like, I don't have to worry about Bane timing out or anything like that. As long as the turn order is correct, you're going to win. IG-12 first, Bam second, Bo-Katan third, and the rest is cake. Has Vizsla modded for tenacity, so he's not stunned. Bo doesn't get any extra speed, and it's a breeze. Absolute breeze. Loving this counter this season. Next up, I'm going to tackle this Rey Wookiee squad. Never seen it. We're going to have to see how it plays out. Instead of doing a complete Underman, I'm going to bring in a fourth character just in case. Why risk it? I've never faced it before. Maybe the foresight could be an issue. But it's the Choda focused Datacron. All the health, the crit avoid, the defense. They have Clone Wars Chewie in here, and the Yoda and Chewie level 9 activated. But I'm going to go with a 25% turn meter with high defense, potency, protection, health, and a little bit of armor pen. Maybe that high defense will help with some of those big hits from like maybe Ben or something like that. But let's see. I could be maybe overthinking this as well. I think I just want to stun you. Obviously, they're very tanky. And they might be slow, so they haven't taken turns yet. That might help me out later. Okay, perfect. She's in damage immunity. Let's put you in damage immunity. Alright, this is going to work out because they haven't all taken a turn, so shouldn't go down. Perfect. Now let's start to move a little. Let's ult. That'll reset Rey's second ability. Perfect. That should remove turn meter. She has no inspire. Okay. This is okay. Hopefully I get a kill. Perfect. The problem is I don't think I'm getting a kill here, so we might lose some members. I'm going to see if the Sith Trooper assist could help. It was close, but no cigar. Can they survive a Rey ult? She is debuffed. Playing it a little Lost Hux. I'm going to chill for a sec. Watch this. I think this is the right play. Stun here. She's going to ult, or she's going to do this. No, it was not the right play. Oh, I thought her cooldowns were up, and I thought I was going to get the lightning. Doesn't change anything, but it does affect the banners, so whatever. All I did is just destroy the banners with that. My thought process was, she has her lightning, kill her with the AoE, bring back Hux, recover your health and protection, you would have been fine. What I should have done is assume Hux was going to die, reset Rey's cooldowns while he was up, wait until he died to do the lightning, and that would have been better. But I could have sworn it was going to be up, but we got through it, but it's not pretty. I'm going to play a little bit like a jerk. I know this is my main account. I want to go for the win. I really think that I have enough in the tank with the other squads that even if I do drop here, I'm going to be fine with the banners because my opponent did struggle a bit. So I want to see if Satele can actually beat Kylo on defense. I don't know. I think Revan being targeted by the AI, like hard focus, might be helpful here, or this could be an absolute bloodbath. We're going to find out. They have the turn meter, armor pen, crit damage, defense, and health. This could be the biggest, stupidest move I've ever done, but I want to test and see. If I can afford to test stuff and not lose the Grand Arena, I'm going to do it. Max health to protection 3, crit damage, tenacity, protection, and crit chance. No turn meter, going for the tanky stats. Let's see if Satele can do it. Okay, that's normal. That's the reset, though. I mean, this could get scary. Let's see if we die. That's nice. But I have to wait till my team takes a turn. My team still hasn't all taken a turn. And he's going to be ultimate for a little bit. I feel like this had potential. It's not going to work, but it had potential. Because when Darkside Ray goes, I'm done. Let's try to get a stun. If Jolie's dead, oh yeah, that's the grand, or that's the match. A little too hard. A little too hard. Because you need your whole team to take a turn. And they kept removing our turn meter. Juhani never took a turn. And neither did... Did Jolie take a turn? He did. So it was just, honestly, Juhani causing issues. Probably have to consider taking her out of the squad. Or even just making her faster. So, unfortunately, that was a little tough. I could see it working one day. Alright, gonna go back to serious. We're just gonna combine Sith Eternal Bane for this and just muscle through it. It's the Terminator with Armor Pen. I'm gonna go with a buff on a basic with high protection, health, crit damage, and defense. I think I should be fine. I guess we'll link you. Doesn't really matter. They're gonna go down like hot potatoes. Yeah, it's like, this is just a breeze. You see what I mean? It's like, I wanted to try. You have to try things, right? It's Grand Arena. We got to see what works and what doesn't. Not that difficult to deal with. Obviously, Sith Eternal Bane are very overpowered. I have a lot remaining. I got to clean up a Hondo up top, so I'm probably going to deal with that next. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is clean this up with Queen Amidala. Hopefully, it'll work out for me. If not, I have Jabba. So, I'm going to go with Kiadi Moody and Keller and Beck for all the extra damage and the assist. Turn meter, armor pen, crit damage, protection, and some health. They're preloaded. That's the dangerous part, but we're going to find out. So, okay. Let's see if this was stupid. That was the idea with Kellerin. Okay, that was the mindset. Now I gotta deal with a solo Hondo who can revive. You know what? He's never getting rid of that decoy. Just send it. I think this is easy cleanup. Right here? Not quite. Yeah, that was an absolute breeze. Okay, very cool. Now I have Jabba for one of the other two remaining teams. Probably will use Jabba against the Ufu team, if I had to guess. I have other options for it, but not overly concerned. We're going to start to move a little bit faster now because I really want to get to that live stream. Okay, moving on. Jabba, Ufus. Very tough team. They have Turn Meter. They have the max health damage for Scoundrels with high defense, crit damage, and offense. I'm going to go with a Dark Side speed up on a basic. The Turn Meter 6 with the Embo 9, Armor Pen, Defense, Crit Damage, and Crit Chance. I want to be able to make sure I can get extra Turn Meter throughout the battle. The beginning could be scary. So here's the big question is, do I want to put the buff immunity on you or you? Let's see if that's a dumb move. Imagine we lose the whole squad right here. Let's see if I get turn meter. I do get turn meter. So that worked out. Disarm. Get rid of the frenzy. Let's see what happens. We might lose Leia. Oh, wait. Never mind. His cooldowns are increased because of disarm. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. No assisting, which is great. I do want to deal with him, like, now, though. Okay, that was a blatant one-shot. I think the disarm there was the right play, and the turn meter level 6 helped me. Because we were in a little bit of a pickle of Malicos taking a big, big turn. But we increased his cooldowns. Look how much damage Skiff Guard's doing. What? I think Seer's more of a threat, but we're close to insta-kill anyway. We're just going to eat her. No, 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 don't bug my game. Oh, I remember. There was one time where Seer, with damage immunity, she does her hit, it bugs the game. I lost a Grand Arena because of it. Hopefully you have a cleanse. Oh, that's fine. Buff immunity is nice here. Very cool. Getting close to insta-kill again. Let's do it. Alright, let's go. And let's eat him. Alright, very nice. Having Jabba on offense is really nice to have in this meta, because he could be just beaten way too easily on defense with Afro. So having him available is nice. Picking the right datacrons is even better. So that turn meter level 6 really helped us out there. Kind of want to try Sign of Django for my last battle for the Grand Arena. I have a lot available. I have Sith Empire. I have JML. I can afford the drops, guys. I'm telling you. I want to try this out. In 3v3, they smoked me. Maybe I could smoke them in 5v5. They have the protection up 3 with armor pen, crit chance, and health. I'm going to go with the focus datacron for Asajj. I have good defense. I get the good offense and potency. All the good stuff from this lead. Or that stuff. Let's see. I think I do this. I think this is essential. Alright, she is destroyed already. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I made a mistake. Can I get rid of Depa? That's contract. Can this get bypassed through tenacity? Not quite what I wanted. Again, not quite what I wanted. What the heck? Thank you. The armor shredder could be nice. Let's see. Maybe I just made Jocasta mad. Maybe this wasn't the move. We're gonna find out in a sec. There's Mace. She can't be ability blocked, right? That does no damage because she has no protection. Alright, you're back on the playing field. Protection up's kind of annoying. Let's put 4 stacks there. I do not want you to go down. I wouldn't recommend this. Yeah, I would not recommend this counter. I don't know if I'm even playing this properly. I don't think I am. I think Forlom was very nice to have here. Oh boy. Do I just get rid of you and then you murder my team? Like, I think she just melts my team here. I think they're just dead. Uh-oh. Wow. Alright, well. You play around, this happens. Well, maybe Mace is a good counter on offense against this team. So, that's 3 drops, but I'm telling you, we're okay. We are absolutely fine. Do not recommend doing that by any means. It looks like it's going to be a little challenging, so we'll do an easy cleanup. Easy cleanup, just going to go JML with an Underman. Not really crazy with the Datacron. Let's go ahead and push Terminator. Go here. And that's going to be a 44. So, I know he dropped from testing, guys, but I'm telling you, we're going to be A-okay. That brings us at 1351. So, we're still very, very far ahead. And ships, I'm not too overly worried about. So, like I said, when you can afford to test things, I recommend doing it because it's good to figure out what works and what doesn't. So, what we're going to end up doing is probably Leviathan. Home 1, not Profundity here. Probably, maybe Profundity, Leviathan, Home 1. Even though I think Home 1 will do fine here. You know what? Let's do it. I'll bring in an extra reinforcement just in case. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll go with 5. That, I should be absolutely fine. Let's give it a shot. Okay, take things slow. I'm definitely not going to have time to do a live stream. I think I ran out of time this Grand Arena, but I'll have to do a speed run on my own. Okay, there we go. I guess I didn't play that optimally. Or I did. Why do I always overthink the Empire battles? They're absolutely a breeze. Like a breeze. So, not hard at all. So, that means I don't really like doing Profundity here, to be honest with you. So, you know what? We'll do Profundity here, but again, not risking an Underman today. Not throwing the Grand Arena for Fleet. So, we'll do 2 reinforcements just in case. Don't need it at all, but you never know. Okay, that's already a mistake. They probably have it in the wrong reinforcement slot. That feels like a waste. Okay. We'll go bring out Rogue One. You get a kill. And there's the B-Wing, just not the right time. Big assist. And a dodge. Might as well. Don't really need it, but not getting too many assists. Wow. We'll do full auto. I think the AI is going to play it fine. Maybe if I did Han's basic there, it would have been better, but I want to try to see if I can get going on my other accounts if possible. Alright, there we go. Very nice. That leaves one more fleet, and we're just going to do Leviathan for a full squad, and then we're going to talk about the review, but I'll probably get into it after the run because I do want to get to that other account. 1, 2, and let's just do it. We're going to be 3-0 for the week, guys. This is awesome. $35 minutes to do 2 grand arenas doesn't seem possible. But that's what you get for trolling on some battles. Okay, go here. So far, so good. Go one shot here. Let them do their thing. I have foresight, so I'm not overly concerned with banner loss here because... Oh, there you go. I'm going to outspeed anyway. And then I might be able to one-shot on an AoE from Malevolence. Not quite, but it is a full banner win. So, was that 375s? That's enough to get the win today, so we'll take it. We didn't go uber try hard with some of the battles, but very worth it to get the W. And that brings us to a 1796, which is not clean at all. Not clean by any means. I think the only drop we should have ever had was Pirate King Hondo, to be honest with you, but I will wait for my opponent to finish attacking, and then we'll do the review. But I'm going to hop on my other account quick. Nice. I just did the most epic 25 to 30 minute speedrun of Grand Arena on my ult account I've ever done in my life. I ended up pulling it off. I beat a Bane squad with Sith Eternal Bane, which for 68 banners. It was nuts. Absolutely nuts. But we're here for the main account. 3-0 for the week. Feels freaking good. I feel like we had a good game plan. And we were able to pull it off. And my opponent must have saw that they had no chance of pulling it out with the banners, so they didn't continue to attack with ships. But the highlight for me on defense was I set the 3 strongest teams on Grand Arena defense, or technically the 4 strongest on the front wall, and one of them got me a hold. And the biggest highlight is this Lord Vader team with the Yoda and Chewie Kron getting me 3 holds. So that obviously shut down something that it was supposed to. So that's something I'm going to keep in mind going forward. I'm thinking I'm setting pretty strong defensive boards, and it's worth it because I feel like I have good counters on offense that don't require too many Galactic Legends. And I feel like if I set Jabba on defense, he's just going to get after it, so what's the point? But I executed pretty well on this front wall. I used not a single Galactic Legend. We used Ufus here, Inquisitors here, Traya, and then Bad Batch. And then I had an entire back wall to my disposal. So, obviously we dropped on Kylo. We wanted to see if Satele could do anything there. I'm going to say there's potential. I didn't have the best stats on my Datacron. I did have the max out the protection, which is going to be essential. Maybe Juhani in the 5th spot was actually hurting me because she didn't take a single turn. If she did take a turn, I think I would have pulled it off. I think I would have had enough survivability in my team. But yeah, a little tricky. I'm going to say that's not necessarily going to be never going to win. Possible, but not super clean. That's all. Maybe I would try with an underman with bringing in 4. The AI is always going to target Revan. That's the plus to that. So I thought, let's give it a shot. And then over here, obviously this was my bad. I was trying to think of a theory craft. I had a couple of inspirations from guildmates of mine letting me know about certain synergies with Cal and the insta-kill and the cleansing that could be helpful. Maybe I would try that with Cal again without his level 9. Maybe I would get to a point where I don't need it. I would just get to the insta-kill anyway, but then that would kind of defeat the fact that there's no revive. So I don't know. Maybe not. And then over here, we were just playing around. I had more than enough available. So the score should have been only 1 hold for my opponent, but we had fun today. We wanted to try stuff out and see what we could do, and I'm really happy with how the first week went because 3-0 for a first week is very tough to do. But that only means that next week is going to be absolutely bananas strong. So I don't know if it's going to show my rank right now, but I'll quickly take a look at the leaderboards to see where we are. I think people have to log in. I don't think that's accurate because there's no way I can go behind on a skill rating from getting a win. I think I was 59 or something, or was I 69? I don't remember, but I don't think I went up only a couple spots. So we'll check in next time for the first round of the second week to see where I'm at, but we're getting closer to that top 50, and the opponents are going to be even more challenging. So hopefully you guys are in for the ride. I had a blast for the first week. Hope you guys learned a counter or two and enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment your thoughts down below about the first week, and the most important, subscribing to the channel, because we are so close to 10,000 subs. We are less than 450 away. Want to see how fast we can get there. The goal is May 16th, guys, so I would really appreciate it. May the force be with you all, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.